Peace and blessings, family. Yes, we are back again with our next installment, our next class from Indigenous Voodoo University. This is Mambo Hathor Ursula Akhenaten, aka the Voodoo Diva, and we've had so many beautiful things to share. Now, this is going to be a real serious and a real big time ritual. So I need you to know that for my members, if you're going to need assistance, we can always set it up so I can help kind of guide you through with this particular ritual. But this one is serious. We are dealing today with how to protect yourself from spiritual attack and those demonic home invasions. Low vibrations, they got to go. Now, this particular class is brought to you by Shankan Studios. Yes, indeed, we have finished the second installment, second episode, The Age of Demons. So fitting for us to come with this class at this particular time, okay? So make sure you go and check that out. We are now on Indiegogo, and I'll have the link below so that you can help support us to create our number 3, the 3rd episode coming at you. Hopefully by the end of July, we'll start shooting. Now, also, make sure you get that Voodoo Diva closet drip, baby. It is the summer. If you want to be the only person with what you got on in the whole park, in the whole festival, and at all the parties, go ahead and check out the Voodoo Diva closet, baby, because you will not regret. We have a new La Siventress, get your Ursula, Freda drip, Ursula, Doctor drip, Cousin Zaka drip. Like, listen, we coming in so hot, okay? Now, with all that said, let's dig up into this class, okay? Because it's time to get that negative energy, demon asses out of here. What is a spiritual attack? Well, it definitely comes in different formats. First and foremost, you have the attack that deals with energetic, strictly energy. We talking about basically having an evil eye on you. We talking about a person constantly talking that talk negatively to other people about you. You're negatively crossing that person's mind constantly. So again, that's that first one. Now when we go into the second one, we're talking about the act of an attack. The act of an attack is a different situation because that's trying to really materialize it. Now the person done got them some candles. The person done, try to see if they could look you up online or something, see if they could get something of you to look at. And, they're sitting there visualizing you, but they take it the next step where they try to materialize it by actually echoing you to the other side with whatever it is that they may deal with in terms of so-called trying to hex you or trying to play something to send a bout of negative energy towards you to come at you, okay? And the last particular sign, this one is definitely 100% going all the way. This is making a pact. They done contacted a priest or priestess, Mambo or Rugen, Bala, whatever it may be, and they're literally now trying to make a pact with a particular spirit so that they can send malefic intent towards you. Because let's remember, in magic, there are no spirits that are bad or evil. It's the color that you give it. It's the intent that you place, that you navigate, that determines what it's going to be. So with that said, what this deals with is them now going in with either having something like your picture, your shoes, something physical on your clothing, underwear, nails, blood, hair, that kind of function, and going with that to try to really do a direct attack on you. But now let me say this as a disclaimer to all of you. You have to be very careful, especially when dealing in a relationship with someone. Because most of the times, those that can do you will deal with your family, people who can have access to your room, your things, your shoes at the door, all of these different situations. And then you have on the intimate side of things, if anybody has shared bodily fluids with you, if anyone has now gotten involved with you on that personal level, they have a whole nother level of access to you, to your essence, if you will. So you have to be very careful because sadly, we live in a world where husbands and wives do it to each other even for control, power, whatever, teaching a lesson, however you want to call it. But these things definitely do exist. So always take heed and take caution about where you're just throwing your things and whatnot, okay? Again, family and someone in an intimate level, husband and wife, somebody you live with that you're gonna make your husband or wife, fiance, it doesn't matter. That is a tender area as to where these things can take place. first sign will deal with that restless energy. A lot of times it'll come off as anxiety downright. You know something's up, but you can't put your finger on it, and it's causing you to have anxiety or even downright panic attacks. It's a pressure you have for no reason. You'll think like, okay, everything's good. You know, my kids are good. I'm all right. Things are okay. So why do I feel this way? So that's one sign. The second sign is that things keep reoccurring to you. We call that the Mandela effect. Certain patterns of things you're doing or that you're going through keep reoccurring, and it's not positive, meaning you could get real frustrated and something happens and you see it happen again, and it's happening but like knocking things down or hitting your toe, or you know, you're walking through the house and you just fall and having more mishaps, or even outdoors, you know, get into your car to the house, you fall, you know, these kind of things, and it just keeps kind of happening too much for comfort. You need to start thinking about some other things, okay? Now, you also have the fact that in the third sign, these are those short triggering moments. Now, short trigger moments are a little deep, because here's the thing. Something that could be this little in your life or in something on the everyday, whether it be towards your children, towards your partner or your mate or anything like that, now all of a sudden it has a whole nother meaning to you. You're now getting triggered for the littlest things, and you're blowing it way, and I mean way, out of proportion. Now, I get it if it happens a time or two, but if it's happening constantly, where you see that there's a real irrational, irritated type of behavior about you, that's also something that can pose a red flag. Now, when we go into the fourth sign, this will now be dealing with your dreams. Of course, nightmares. If you see that you're running away all the time, if you feel afraid when you're sleeping, or even before you go to bed, you feel a sense of fear, like there's something energetically around you that is making it even fearful for you to go to bed, then you need to be concerned, okay? Also, again, dreams, people are running after you. Now, we did do a dream class, so you know the signs of these things as well for my members, but yeah, some real intense things in that nature, those nightmares, that function of even sleep paralysis. Again, like I said, that goes back into that dream magic class, okay? So there's that. That also lets you know something's up. Now, that ultimately is something that will lead to this fifth sign, because this fifth sign is the physical deterioration. Physical deterioration is a real thing. We're talking about hair loss, weight loss. We're talking about you may have just a series of bumps on your face and just some real crazy acne and not know, or rashes and patches in areas on your body that you don't understand where it's coming from. Okay, we talk about things like body odor being extra. You think it is body odor, but it's actually the smell of that spirit or whatever they scent that you're smelling. Very, very important to recognize. And then you have things like, again, you know, your teeth, red eyes, migraines, constant headaches, not understanding why. And then again, you try to go to sleep, then you're plagued by nightmares. Or you're up, but you're restless, anxiety, you can barely sleep. You can't even get yourself to be peaceful enough to go to sleep. So all of these things combined let you know, you need to seek consultation, you need to seek advisement as soon as possible. Okay, and of course the last sign would be medical. This happens oftentimes when something spiritual is going on and the spirit now is sitting on you. Yes, you heard me, I said sitting on you, because that's what the energy is now dwelling inside of you. What can happen is, on a medical scale, you can go to the doctor, get a first opinion, a second opinion, a third opinion, and none of the doctors can conclude that anything is wrong with you, that you really have a problem of a medical situation. Now, that's how you know directly, without a doubt, this ailment is coming from the other side.